never says.
Okay.
You're live. Just say.
Good evening,
you're live.
everyone.
Hey guys, welcome to JT West Monday Night Live. Hopefully the last live from we'll call it the living room studio. Next Monday, we're hopeful everything goes all right this weekend, and I get some lights hung. We're going to be, which I could do it with the lanterns even if I don't have the lights, but we'll be back in the tractor shed doing a Monday Night Live. So thank you everybody for joining us. Sorry I didn't change my work pants, but we have just we had a pretty wild evening. It's fun though. We'll tell you all about it. It was good. I almost did the live from where we were at, but I was afraid it might be a little noisy because we were cleaning up. And but we'll talk about that in a minute. Who all we got in here, Lena?
Mark Young is on.
Hello, Mark.
Laura is on.
Hey, Laura.
Farm Boy 59.
And that is Brian. Hey,
Yep.
Brian.
Cajun Homestead.
Cajun Homestead.
James Kelly.
Hey, James.
This 1904 Farm.
1904 Farms.
Good evening from Shenandoah Valley. is what
Ooh,
they say.
Shenandoah.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorite places.
Did I say James Kelly already? I think I did.
I think you did.
Paul Ford.
And I guess that's Shenandoah, North Carolina
Or Virginia.
or Virginia.
I mean, I think it's
Yeah.
Virginia. Not.
Yeah. What am I thinking about?
Haggy Farm is on.
Haggy Farms.
Paul Ford.
Paul Ford.
Paul says, all is well here, needing the weather to be a little more cooperative.
Yeah, I'm hoping it will be next week. I'm not too concerned about this week. I'm hoping for good weather next week. I'm hoping to do some chisel plowing and some disking and some bedding.
Yeah, and it is cold tonight.
Yeah, it is cold this morning.
got chilly.
It had a lot of frost, and I don't know if the peach blooms made it through last night because it was 28 degrees this morning.
Cajun Homestead's on,
Hey, Cajun Homestead.
and Cajun Homestead says they're no longer under a tornado watch.
Oh, well, that's a blessing. That's,
Orbra's on,
hey, Orbra.
Janice.
Janice.
I'm not sure I'm going to say this right. Berlia Farm.
Berlia.
Yeah, it says hello, David here from Kentucky.
Hey, David. Is that Berlia Farms? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Berlia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you may.
All right. Melvin Madigan's on.
Hey, Melvin.
William May.
William May.
Johnny Edgerton.
And Johnny. And what's Johnny's boy's name?
Thomas.
Thomas. Johnny and Thomas. Hey, Thomas.
Allison's on. Hey, Allison.
Hey, Allison.
Roger's on.
Hey, Roger.
Yeah, and 1904 said it is Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Shenandoah.
Virginia.
Yeah. And G. Wayne is on. Gurney.
Hey, Gurney.
And Sundowner is on.
Sundowner.
Says, hello, everyone. Been raining here. Hope everyone in Mississippi making out in the storm.
Yeah, Sundowner's in Mississippi, ain't he? Yeah.
Mr. Hawk Joe's on.
Hawk Joe.
And Johnny Williamson is on.
Hey, Johnny.
He says, good evening from East Coast of Delaware.
I know you're not the same one, but I went to school with a Johnny Williamson.
Johnny says, we keep getting slammed with rain. Seems like every 4 days we're getting 2 to 3 inches.
Well, they said, no, it's April showers bring Mayflower. So
Yeah.
it's still March.
Well, and supposedly March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb.
Yeah.
And so it's lion and lion kind of. Timbo is on.
Hey, Timbo.
And Barely a Farm says, it's a small farm, barely a farm. My dad had jokes.
Well, I don't call little bit I got a farm, but I call it gardening. Gardening seems to step it down a notch, but I guess you can garden a whole lot and be just about a farm.
Sundowners in Louisiana.
Oh,
They were just referencing the people in Mississippi
Okay.
with the storms.
Yeah, I think Danny's down in Mississippi. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Sundowner says they're in Louisiana next to Orange, Texas. So they're near the border. Paul is on, Real Fan 90.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, guys. And Dunlap is on.
Paul, you didn't make it. Paul couldn't deliver his goods this week.
Well, not to Ocracoke.
Yeah.
Hatteras was
At
open.
one time, Hatteras was closed.
Yeah, Hatteras was closed for a little bit on the north end.
Sorry, guys. We just keep up the Outer Banks.
Yeah, I get alerts for the Outer Banks just because I like to know what's going on there.
Yeah, we love the Outer Banks.
We fondly think of them. And I'm getting used to their, like, if there's a storm coming, I'm like, oh no, 12 North is going to be closed. And then we know ferries to Ocracoke will be halted because usually from the ferry to the pony pens always washes out for Ocracoke. Dunlap is on.
Hey, Dunlap.
Says, good evening, not going to be in here long. Got to cut a little firewood. It's going to be cool next 2 mornings. Ooh. Well, thank you for joining us, Dunlap.
He's giving me a thumbs up. He's one
Oh, yeah, he still gave you a thumbs up, yes. Of course he did.
I'd help you cut it if I was there.
And Mr. Hawkjoe says, all this rain is crazy. I've cut grass 3 times this month.
I haven't cut yet. I really, really need to, guys. But I was going to try to make some sort of video tomorrow. And we may try to cut some grass and make a small video tomorrow. So this week is pretty much dedicated to, what would you say, getting ready for Ellie's wedding. Ellie's getting married this Saturday to Miss Kaylee Bell. I call her Kaylee Bell because she reminds me of the Southern Belle girls that, you know, be in the 1800s or something, the Southern Belle. But anyway, he's getting married to Kaylee Saturday. And so my good buddy, lifelong friend, Sam, Plow Day Sam. So that's how we differentiate. Did I say that right?
Close.
Okay.
That's close enough.
I messed it up. But anyway, that's how we make the difference between my Sammy Bear and my good buddy Sam. And so I call him Plow Day Sam. He's the one that owns the farm up there. He started a wedding venue, and he has built this thing by scratch.
And it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. All the wood in there.
He's got a lot of, and we're going to do a video on it one day. I told Sam I want to do a video because, you know, you guys may know somebody's getting married, have a granddaughter, cousin, or something. But we've been cleaning up, getting ready for Ellie's wedding, and I started to do the live from there because he just got some internet installed, and it was plenty fast enough to do the live. But I was afraid he's got some balconies, and I was going to do the live up on the balcony while everybody's moving tables below us, and so I was afraid it might be a little loud. But I don't know. We may do it up there one night.
Timbo says that he got fiber internet installed today.
All right,
he
Timbo.
Said, crazy fast. Thanks for your advice.
It is, Tim. It's, you know, Elon Musk does a good job bringing internet, and good, decent internet, not just get by internet. That Starlink that he does for the rural areas, a wonderful job. It is a good internet, but, you know, fiber's king. I mean, it really is. It's the king of all communications because of how fast it is. It's light speed. But, you know, probably when Elon Musk is done, it won't be as fast as fiber ever, but it'll be nipping on the heels of it. And it'll be plenty fast enough to do what a person wants to do.
And when we got Starlink from satellite or from HughesNet, it was a world of difference.
You didn't get Starlink from HughesNet. You got internet from HughesNet. Starlink was Elon Musk.
Yeah, I know. They're different. Yeah. We switched from HughesNet to Starlink. And Starlink was like a world of difference. Yeah,
not to bore you with the details, but when you get a satellite-based internet before Starlink, the satellite was 22,000 miles away. Starlink's a couple of 100 miles away, and so there's a lot of big difference. And Starlink works totally different, but I'm not going to bore y'all with all that. But I didn't get to say, I'm going to hopefully get a video out this week. It's just a real push.
Yeah, there may not be a video this week.
Push week. And you know me, guys, I probably could go out there with the tractor and scratch around the dirt, but that's not what I really want to do. I want to wait till April, at least the first week in April, because my plan is I want to get it all bedded up, and then all I have to do is plant and knock it down. Me and Sam, Plow Day Sam, decided that we were going to drill the sunflowers in. We're going to drill half of that Plow Day field, wait a couple of weeks, and drill the other half of it with a drill. So, you know, I look forward to making that video because I'm sure, you know, Sam, he'll cut it up with his 5488, and we'll get to drill some with a bigger tractor. So that'll be a good video. I look forward to that. But I may not do that up until closer to May, maybe first couple weeks of May or something. I'm sure I'm talking too much. What am I missing?
Butterfly Farms is on.
Hey, Butterfly Farms.
It says how you're doing tonight. We've got Ross Brown on.
Hey, Ross.
And Ross has a request. It says, I'd like to see playlists for each tractor if that's possible.
A playlist for each tractor?
Yeah, YouTube will have playlists, but I don't think
No, he's talking about my channel.
Yeah.
I have playlists, Lena.
Do you set up the playlist?
Yeah, I set up the play.
I didn't know if you could.
I really, the Super A, I think I got a playlist, Ross, with working on the tractors. But I just got that 140 in the Super A. I don't have a different playlist there, but I'll see what I can do.
1904 Farm says, I keep up with OBX as well. Got married on the beach.
Woo.
MP12.
There you go.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. You know.
MP12.
I think that's just a
What's MP12?
mile something.
Well, he'll let us know.
I don't know.
He'll tell us.
Because it's Highway 12, so I don't know. Paul says he doesn't do Ocracoke.
Oh.
Occasionally,
He don't ride the ferry.
occasionally goes down to Buxton.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the UPS guys and all, they have to take the ferry because I'll see them, the UPS truck just, it's
So
funny.
at least way Paul has to go across the Virginia Dare Bridge.
Yeah. That's the farthest he goes.
Yeah.
South is Buxton. We've got Twisted Ankle Cooking Team on.
Twisted Ankle Cooking Team.
Yeah.
That's a nice name, man.
I know. It says hello from Florida, so they're from Florida.
Hello.
And Berlia Farm says, I tried Timbo. Oh, talking about the internet.
Yeah.
They just put fiber in our county. First we've had of high speed. It's been weeks, and they say there's no internet at the pole. They literally just got done installing it. Yeah, and
Give them a little time. They
Yeah.
have to. They literally will have to send somebody. Somebody tracks all that, and once they get it loaded up in their system, they'll definitely get it put in. It's like I think I said this a long time ago on a video, maybe last year when I got the internet, because this is about when we got it last year.
Yeah, it was April.
Yeah. So I think I said this last year on a video. I said this is one of the government programs that I've actually seen benefit us, because there's so many of them out there, and it seems like the rural folks never really benefit from a lot of those programs, but this is one of them. It was called the RDOF, Rural Development something.
Yeah, because we really didn't have anything in all of our
Yeah.
schools. They didn't have internet. Our post office, libraries, they just had terrible internet.
So what happens, just so you know, guys, the government basically pays, these companies bid on a section, and for us, luckily, it was Spectrum that bid pretty much 80% of Caswell County, probably, and the government just, they pay them more money the more speed that they guarantee. So if Spectrum bid this area and they told the government, they said, okay, we're going to guarantee these folks a gigabit of internet up and down, then the government will pay them more on their guarantee of speed. So I'm pretty happy with it. I am really boring some people to death with some internet stuff.
Well, and I keep yawning, but it's not because you're boring. I'm just so tired because, I didn't sleep good last night. Things are crazy right now. So I'm sorry, guys, if I seem tired.
Guys, one of my things is I've always enjoyed
He bores me with his...
useless information, is what you
No,
call it.
what have you been watching a lot of? Those rockets.
Yeah, I've always been kind of a space nerd. Space shuttle fascinated me.
I know, it's like sitting in science class, but at home.
And I kept up with the space shuttle. I knew just about everything there was to know about it. As far as like public knowledge, and I don't know exactly how it works, although I probably could work on it. But anyway, and so I follow SpaceX pretty good too, because Elon Musk is, golly, he is doing some stuff that he's just embarrassing NASA. I mean, I'm telling you, as much as money as NASA's had poured into it, and he's sitting there landing rockets.
Yeah.
It's really, if you keep up with like I do, the government gave Boeing, I don't know how many billions of dollars to make a capsule that they could use to ferry back and forth to the space station, and they gave Elon Musk like a couple of pennies to do it. he's doing it, and Bowen's still working on theirs. Go figure.
Larry Terrell wants to know, what's your favorite RV park at Outer Banks?
My favorite one, well, Larry, you know, we've seen a couple of little ones stuck in the woods and kind of stuff like that. Not really woods, but you know what I mean, kind of in those little short trees. But the one we use all the time is Camp Hatteras, and right beside it is the KOA, but we've never went to the KOA. We've been plenty satisfied with Camp Hatteras. It's everything's concrete. All the pads are concrete.
I love that.
Plenty of room to maneuver around, and it's got some grass and stuff, and you don't have to worry about sand too much. And you know, it is wide open, no trees, but it's, you know, that's the beach. It ain't a whole lot of trees. As far as beauty, our absolute prettiest campground, I think, on North Carolina's coast, from Virginia to South Carolina, is Emerald Isle. Has a campground. It's called what? Holiday Travel Park.
You think that's
HTT.
pretty?
Yeah, man, he keeps it. He's got the trees. He's
There's
got
a
the
few
grass.
trees in there.
That's a pretty nice place.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's that big of a difference to me. You know, like I think Camp Hatteras is nice because their clubhouse looks nice. Their tennis courts and
the
the
travel
pool.
park, but it's just all of them down at the beach though. Golly, you really don't have, in my opinion, but 3 what I call mega campgrounds on the North Carolina coast, and that is Camp Hatteras, the KOA
We need more.
at Hatteras,
Yeah.
and Holiday Travel Park in Emerald Isle. Everything else is, you know, 50 or less RVs, and you know, and some of those things that are listed are not really RV parks. They're permanent trailers. You know, they'll
yeah.
say RV park, but they don't have no what I call rotating availability. They're all permanent stuff.
Joey Neal is on.
Hey, Joey.
Says hello. Hope all is well. Been working outside. Finally made it in. And let's see. Yeah, MP12 is mile post.
Milepost
So
12.
instead of mile marker, which is what I'm used to, it's mile post 12. James Davis is on.
Hey, James.
And Mr. Hawk Joe says, I'm fully restoring a 1980 International 784
Ooh.
Bright Lightning. I think I've bitten off more than I can handle.
That's a 784. That's a pretty big tractor right there.
But it always feels like that when you first start a project. Even no matter what the project is, sometimes you think, oh, I don't know what I've got myself into. You'll get it.
It's funny, Hawk Joe, you mentioned that because me and Plow Day Sam, my buddy up here at the wedding venue, he's got a 574 kind of backed in the bushes a little bit. And he knows he needs to do some work on it, needs some engine work, transmission work. And we were talking about the cost of it and stuff. And I told him, I said, well, Sam, think about it though. If you're in the market and you say you want to buy a brand new 60 horsepower tractor, and you're going to look at $20,000, $30,000. I don't know how much they are, but it's probably going to be double digits there. And I told him, I said, think about it. If you took $15,000 and rebuilt that 574 from the front weights to the hitch, don't go super crazy with it. The parts that are good, use them, leave them, but the parts that need replaced, do it. And just say you put $15,000 in it. You got a tractor would last you for the next 40 years. And these newer tractors, I don't think would last that. I mean, they would last that long if you took care of them, probably. But I just don't think if you're looking to keep a tractor for a long time, I don't think you'd lose the money, even if you did put a bunch of money in an older tractor. So rebuild that 784.
Butterfly Farms is asking, where can I get back feet like on your 140?
Yeah, I went through a time there, Butterfly Farms. I'm gonna say you can't. Well, I don't know of a place. I thought I had a guy lined up that would work with us, but that fell through. A subscriber, Wade, I'll just say his first name, Wave, like Ocean Wave. Wave got me the ones that you see, and he got them out of South Carolina somewhere, and I don't remember where, but he called me or emailed me and said, do I want some? He found some, and I said, yeah, get me 2 sets. And anyway, long story short, the ones I have are 10 by 12. I can get some, I think it's 9 by 7 or 9. I can get some that are a little smaller than those, which the 10 by 12 guys, those are some hosses. They are really bigger than what I need. I could get by with the 9-inch ones, and I can get them from my local store, Corbett Ridge. They're about $30 a set, but I can get those, the smaller ones. But the bigger ones that you see on my tractor, I can't. I know who makes them. Empire Tillage Company or something like that. They're out of Canada. That's who makes them. And I've even called them and called their rep, and they give me a number to a guy, and I called him. Yeah, I can get them for you. And I even gave his number to a couple of subscribers, and he never called him back.
Well,
All right, go ahead.
it's elusive. Elusive back feet. Elliot Lindsay says, hey everybody, I'm late, but here.
That is all right, Elliot.
Timbo says, Worm Rocket. Timbo, you need to go on our merchandise
He may
website
have bought some.
and get you that shirt. Welch Farm says, late but here.
Hey, Welch Farms.
And 1904 says, I like Hatteras Sands Campground with the little tiny houses.
Hatteras Sands?
Yeah, but a lot of, because even ours has a tiny house or several tiny houses on it too. So I don't know where Hatteras Sands is. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I mean, and I know there's one.
And is it a sound side?
But you got to remember, there's one also almost to where you get on the ferry to go to Ocracoke, and you cross a bridge. You know, there's one down there kind of on the sound side, and then there's one out in the middle. I mean, we've seen a couple more down there. We just never rode through
And they've
them.
got some government-run ones. What do you call those?
Oh, those are state parks.
State parks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, you get government.
I couldn't think of what they're called. State park. Yeah,
they're government.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Government run. It's not like it's section.
You make it sound like
section
Section 8 housing. They got some government parks.
I couldn't think of state park.
Yeah,
But
the state parks to me are just impossible to book. I
Yeah.
mean, they must have people that sit there on a computer waiting for a site to open
but
up.
you know, I really don't have no pool to go there. I know they're very cheap.
Oh,
but
yeah, they're dirt cheap.
I like having the clubhouse with the vents, and sometimes at the little clubhouse at the beach they'll have like bring a shirt to tie-dye. Like I'm big into activities. Like me and Kaylee would go play bingo at the clubhouse. And so I love that whole atmosphere. And so the ones at the state park or government parks, they are just like very kind of almost creepy to me sometimes, because it's like
Yeah.
if you drive through there, people aren't real friendly. And at the campgrounds I'm used to, is everyone's like, hey, you know. Just,
Yeah, there are a lot of tents at this state park too.
yeah, so they're kind of shady
And
sometimes.
I'll tell you what, if you tent camp down at the Outer Banks, now guys, I will tell you, there's some sand fleas or something down at the Outer Banks. If you catch them right, boy, they will eat your ankles alive.
Yeah, that's only happened to Joey. None of us have ever had that.
Oh, I had it,
They
yeah.
liked him probably because he was wearing socks at the beach.
Yeah, well,
Talk about
That's the price.
sand flies.
Fleas. No, they're like little mites almost.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but that's what happens when you wear socks at the beach.
Yeah, I have been known to wear these on the beach too.
Yeah, so that's what. Yeah,
If we're going, believe it or not, if we're going to take a long walk on the beach, me and Lena,
yeah.
I just
It's
soon have these
embarrassing.
on.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
What? My feet.
Anyway, let me see who else. Paul says he still stays at Hotel Freightliner. Glenn Summerall's on,
Hey, Glenn.
and Mark Young. I think he said he had to go. Good night,
Hey,
Mark.
see you, Mark.
Shane Jeans is on.
Hey, Shane.
Said started round 2 with the Crows yesterday. They won round 1.
Oh man, I lost about 6 broccoli plants to some deer. Hopefully they won't eat no more.
Jack Graham is on.
Hey, Jack.
Says good evening, folks. Great to see you on Monday night.
All the way from Washington.
Going to be a short visit. It's supper time. Probably will not get to visit you before Easter. So have a great and blessed Easter.
You too, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
bud.
Greg Mosier's on.
Hey, Greg.
Says hello. Hey, Joey and Leno. I'm late to the party, but I made it. I hope you're doing well. We are, Greg. Thank you.
Yes.
Sundowner says, LOL, freight shaker. I'm a KW sly dog. I don't understand that speech, but
That's trucker talk.
oh, okay, yeah, that's why I don't understand
That's
it.
kind of like Snowman telling the bandit that
Yeah.
he's at mile marker something and he's getting low on go-go
Right.
juice and he needs to put some groceries down his neck.
Look, I used to play with the boys in their little walkie-talkies, and they would force me to play. And I'm like the only girl in the house, and they got this whole thing going on. And so I just go on there and say, 10-4, good buddy. That was my trucker line. 10-4,
Oh, that was
good
my
buddy.
little blue walkie-talkies
Yes.
I had. Yeah.
Because they would force me to do it. Mom, you stay in the house and you talk to us and we'll tell you, that we'll go out.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, 10-4, good buddy. That's all I would tell them. Pork chops on.
Hey, pork chop. I like that one too.
Howdy from Coushatta, Louisiana. I like the name of their town too, Coushatta.
Kashada.
Waiting on corn to come up here. How long will you wait before replanting?
Oh, I haven't planted
We
any
haven't
yet.
planted once yet.
No, I said I had some broccoli to deer, and he may have been talking to that other fellow that
Yeah.
was talking about lost some corn, but I haven't planted any yet. I got to let it warm up some. It's still too cold for me.
Yeah. Mark Moore is on, says, good evening, y'all.
Hey, Mark.
And Sundowner says, you pay enough taxes for them government porks, LOL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Mark to finish his 140, and I'm gonna plant it with his.
And well,
Mark's got a YouTube channel. Fuck, he's
Yeah.
working on 140.
Mark is talking to Butterfly Farms, says, I have anything you need for 140. Timbo says, socks, flip-flops, and man purse.
Yeah.
You're notching them off.
I had I don't know if it's called. I never did show that thing. I
Yeah,
don't
he
think.
doesn't wear the socks with the flip-flops at least, so, because he does have a pair of sandals he wears like with the Velcro tops like some hikers wear that are sandals still.
Yeah.
So I don't mind him wearing those. Sundowner says, I wanted to plant my corn, but rain held me up. And Chet Hodges is on.
Hey, Chet.
Says, running late, but made it.
No problem.
And Cajun Homestead says that I haven't even plowed up the garden yet, that he's late.
Yeah, he's down in Louisiana too, so he's a little warmer than us.
Yeah. The Cajun Homestead says Coushatta is an Indian tribe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Maybe it's like Hopi.
Yeah, because there's several tribes that will come up that I hadn't heard of. Like, you never hear of it, especially the ones that are more out west, like Hopi.
What's that corn that? Didn't he give us some Hopi corn? I told you it's Hopi. Yeah.
Yeah, who gave us that? Was it Nick?
Nick. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and we made beautiful Hopi cornbread with it. It was so pretty, like almost too pretty to eat. It was so beautifully purple. I loved it. But what was the other one?
That's my
Jimmy Red. Yeah. Orbra says, no fanny pack, bib overalls. We're not going through the overalls thing again.
Or she don't like.
Let's not start on the overalls again.
Or she is all anti-overhaul. I call them overhauls.
I'm sure, of course you do.
It's supposed to be overalls,
I
but I call them
know.
overhauls.
Overalls. Paul says, have you ever stayed out on Cape Lookout?
No, just the one you've seen, I'm sure, Paul. The Camp Hatteras.
Now, when we went in January, we just took like basically a whole day Saturday there, and we visited how many? 4 lighthouses? Because we went from Corolla to Cape Hatteras. Yeah. So if we could have made it to Ocracoke, we could have seen 5.
Yeah.
So it was fun doing that, just because it was chilly. You don't have nothing else
No, we
to do.
only seen 3. 1, 2, 3 that day.
Did we?
Yeah, because you seen the one in Ocracoke.
We didn't see the one in Ocracoke.
Not Ocracoke.
Corolla?
Corolla, and then we seen the diamond one,
That's Cape
Bodie.
Oh, Bodie, yeah.
and then Cape Hatteras, so it's 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can only, I guess, see technically 4 if you went to Ocracoke.
Okay. But it felt like a lot, because it was a long drive all the way up there, or all the way down the coast.
And no, it doesn't have diamonds. It's got round stripes on it. I said diamonds. I'm thinking the one at Emerald Isle.
Ken Davis says, what happened to your IH blanket?
It's over there.
Is it the one you're talking about here? Yeah, that one. I had it right here. I had just happened to wash this one the other day, so I put it there. But yeah, I'll show you guys again. Some of you may not have seen it. Joey's sister Laura got him this, And here, you hold up that side because my arms are too short. But yeah, it's got a little bit of everything on there. Looks really good. So that's
So if
nice.
I drop it and disappear, would that be good?
No. Yeah, no. But yeah, and it's like comfy. It's one of those like silky type blankets, which I've needed because usually when I wake up in the morning, I'll come sit in here and I always need a blanket because, you know, you get out of bed all warm and you get in the rest of the house
So-
and it's kind of cold.
Guys, Lena will tell you she don't. I'm weird about blankets and stuff that I sleep with. I really would like to. If I had my way on blankets and sheets, it'd be 100% cotton or 100% wool. I don't like the.
Who did we owe a IH thing to for they asked for the pattern? Was it Cajun Homestead?
Yeah, I believe so.
Cajun Homestead, if you're still on, I'm still working on getting you that, okay? I've got it and it'll be coming to you soon. Because that's the one I washed
Yeah.
and hung up back there. But Janice says, what's the dress code for the wedding? You can wear jeans, Janice, that's fine. I mean, it's nothing formal or anything. Joey's wearing jeans and like a decent shirt, a good shirt.
A white shirt.
Yeah, because she has Sam and Jaden. They're ushers, or I think they're ushers, and they're just wearing blue jeans and a matching tie, so it's cute. But ties are not required. Dress down, it's fine.
I'm gonna wear my overalls.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, Cajun Homestead says have to put pontoons on the TYM. I don't know what that means. Real fan. Paul says I've been to almost every lighthouse on the East Coast and a lot of the ones on the Great Lakes.
Paul, I want to see the one closer to Emerald Isle that you had to take a ferry to get to.
Cape Lookout.
Cape Lookout. Yeah, I have never seen that one.
1904 wants to know, do you have a date for Plow Day?
Yeah, right now, take this loosely. No, don't take it too loosely. Maybe 70%. But I'm thinking October the 5th. That's the first Saturday in October.
Yeah, because, I'm sorry, I keep losing my place. 1904 says that they're going to try to make it this year.
Oh, okay.
And Brian says, finally got in the garden last Wednesday and planted 2 50-foot rows of potatoes. And Mark Morris is just answering someone there in Reedsville, close to JT, close to us.
Okay.
And Nathan is on, Bart is on.
Hey, Bart.
Says, nice blanket. And Sundowner says, Leno, y'all have an Indian tribe that lives on the coast up there that almost look like black folks, but they have very wavy hair. What is we know some, what's the name of it?
What?
The Indian tribe
On the coast?
that we know, they have the green eyes.
Well, I thought this was, no, not Saponis. It's
Yeah,
something else.
Saponi.
I thought it was something else.
What's the one down the road? Remember, they've got that. It's
Yeah,
near
I
the
don't
fire.
remember.
I don't remember. We've got a couple of them,
Yeah.
but our Indian that we know, they are kind of dark skinned, but they have green eyes and wavy hair. I mean, they're beautiful, you
Yeah.
know. So, and that may be Saponi. And then we also go to church with Lynette. Her dad looked like that too,
Oh,
and her
okay.
uncle. He was so handsome because he passed away recently, and on his obituary was a younger picture of him. He was really a handsome man.
Bart, you home or you holding down Raleigh for us, Bart?
Bart says he does hope to make it to Plow Day this year.
Oh, cool.
And James Kelly says, real fan, I grew up a mile from one of the oldest lights, Portland headlight.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is an old one.
And they still use the North Carolina lighthouses, guys. They still light them things up. They're just automated.
Yeah, Laura says Lumbee Indian. Thank you, Laura, because I couldn't.
Lumbee.
Yeah, because Alyssa's mama, I can't ever remember her name, but she's Lumbee Indian, and they're from Scott County or Scotland, something. Yeah, thank you, Laura. I could not remember Lumbee. IP Farms is on, late but made it.
Hey, Nelson.
Sundowner says my potatoes are about 6 inches, or up about 6 inches.
Yeah, guys, I'm not going to cover my potatoes up again after they sprout. somebody, it may have been Danny, it may have been one of you guys, I don't remember, somebody was talking about the indeterminate and determinate plants, and I got to reading up and studying up on that because I needed to understand it. And the potato that I planted is not an indeterminate, and I'm probably not saying that word right, so y'all forgive me, but it's a determinate plant. So,
Do you mean dormant?
no, not dormant.
Oh, okay.
It's DET something. I can't pronounce it. I'm
Okay.
sorry. But it's it wouldn't do no good to cover them up again because where I laid that potato, that's where they're gonna be, and it ain't gonna be no more. Even if I was to cover it up and it grew through the dirt, cover it up again, grew through the dirt, it's not gonna have really no more on it because it's a determinate potato. It's golden something. I seen the name of it and looked it up.
Determinate.
Determinate, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Roger. I needed somebody to spell this word that you're trying to say. Determinate.
Yeah, it's long story short, it wouldn't do no good to cover them up. It's not gonna make any more potatoes
Yeah.
than what it would.
Now Sundowner is saying indeterminate.
Well, that's the two.
Okay, so that's the two.
Yeah, one's indeterminate and one's determinate.
Okay.
And how I think of it is indeterminate is indefinitely. It's a vine. It'll keep going, keep going, keep going. And determinate is going to be what it's going to be.
Orbra says, hope we can make it to plow day with bib overalls, and Lena will have to take a picture with us. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take a picture with y'all and I'll have a cringe face on. I'll be like this in the picture. But yeah, Orbra, y'all got to get here this year because it's a lot of fun and we have lunch. I think last year.
Yeah, he came last year.
I know, but he was late. Like he come at the end and a lot of our tractors were gone. And I know the kids would have loved to see everything. So yeah, Orbra, we'll make sure you know what time for next year. So that way the kids and everyone can stay and have a good time for a while. Laura says October 5th is her birthday.
I know.
Joey said he don't care, Laura. Sorry. Which that's on a Saturday. So hopefully if you take that day off, you could come up there just for a minute, Laura. Bart says, I'm in Raleigh, got my new day off. I'll be off on Sundays now.
Ooh,
So that's
amen,
nice.
Bart.
Yeah, that's nice to have Sundays off. Mark Moore says, I did plant dome onions last Thursday.
Oh, cool. Dome onions. My onions are looking better and better. I need to kind of walk around and show y'all how things are looking because I didn't film it, but about y'all, my last video, y'all seen me hoeing the garlic a little bit, and kind of off of a whim, the next day Will was doing something at the house, and anyway, I jumped on the Super A and I took the disc over and I rolled some dirt up against them again, more from the last time I did it, and it absolutely, man, they look good too when I did that. So I need to show y'all that.
James says Saponis are from Person County. Yeah, because the Saponi I was referencing, she is from Person County. What Ken wants to know, what type is an Irish potato? Determinate or indeterminate?
Oh, I don't know.
We'll ask the
Yeah, me,
panel.
I would have to look it up.
Yeah, we'll ask the panel. 1904 says bib should be the theme for this year's plow day. Well, I think that's already the theme because that's what I see like all day.
I don't think that many people had them on. No.
I can think of 5 right now.
That had overalls
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
I can't think of any.
Okay. Well, I'll name them off for you later.
Sam had them on tonight.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm used to seeing the overalls everywhere. It's not that, I point them out to everybody. Be like, oh, I can't talk to him. He's got overalls on.
I'd wear mine more, guys, if it fit.
Y'all just y'all blew this out of proportion.
It's just I've outgrown them a little bit, and she's not gonna let me buy anymore. So
Yeah.
the only way I can wear mine is if I
One pair.
if I left the buttons on the side a little loose. Let them buttons
Yeah.
out. Put them.
Well, because I think you had to do that for that gray or brown thing that you put over your clothes. What is that called?
Oh, coveralls.
Yeah, coveralls. So, because I've got a pair of coveralls of the boys that I can wear in the snow, and I have to roll them up like 3 times on the bottom because they're too long. But they kept me warm.
Oh yeah, they're warm.
Shane Jeans is on.
Hey Shane.
Says, I don't know if covering up my potatoes helps or not. Any reason to get on the 100? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just when I found that out, it's just not for me. When I found out that potato wasn't gonna do no more if I covered it up, it just wasn't worth the risk of, I don't know, killing the plant or damaging it or what have you.
Irish potatoes are the
What's wrong?
Brian says at Orbra, they have free chair storage also. That Brian's the chair you got.
Oh yeah.
He said at Plow Day we got free chair storage.
Free chair
yeah,
storage?
and yeah, we will lease your chair for a year at no cost to you. We'll take care of storing it for you. So, and then
Especially ones with built-in zippers and cup
yeah,
holders.
right. You got to keep it active to keep it,
Yeah.
keep the hinges working. and
Hopefully we'll
stuff.
be in it next week.
Yeah.
You'll get to see the chair again.
Yeah. Yeah, that is funny, Brian. I forgot. Sundowner says, but be sure to hill your potatoes to make sure the sun doesn't turn them green.
Yeah, he's talking about adding some dirt to them.
Yeah, and I didn't know that's what turned them green was the
What,
sun.
Oh yeah. Sammy said Irish potatoes are determinate.
Oh, thank you, Sam. I wasn't even paying attention to Sam
Determinate.
talking.
There's a couple different varieties of Irish potatoes, but they're still all determinate.
Okay. Thank you, Sammy Bear.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Bart. Bart's the only one who cares about me on this live stream.
What did he say?
He says, I'll make sure I don't wear them, Lino. I have plenty of them. LOL. He's the only considerate. Because everybody's for that now. And Orbra says, LOL, I'll bring some. Talking about chairs. Yeah, we do
yeah.
encourage you to bring your own chairs. And we
Yeah, because Sam lets me get all the chairs I want.
we've got some fold out chairs.
But
so
they're not that comfortable.
Well, yeah, right. Like
I say they're not comfortable. Just as comfortable as a plastic fold-out chair can be.
right, yeah,
you know.
and like me, if we go somewhere, I like to bring our chairs just because they
Yeah.
are more comfortable and got a handy drink
I
holder.
want to get me one that's rocking, boy.
No, that's too big to lug around. Like the one you use now that kind of lays back, it's too big. It's too big for all that.
You gotta have it.
No.
Yeah, I got a chair, guys, that lays all the way back. And I don't know. I guess it's a zero gravity chair, right?
No, it don't go upside down.
No, when I mean zero gravity, it's like it comes completely up.
Yeah, like you can fully recline in it.
Yeah.
And Joey sleeps there at the campground under the awning.
On the
We're all
beach.
trying to go do stuff. And Joey's passed out in his chair. We just leave him. We take off. And he wakes up, he don't know where anybody is. Because I do enjoy the girls going with us to vacation because they tend to want to do more activities. And the boys, they don't want to do activities so
And
much.
we bought one of those, I call it shamoos. Shimu. You've seen them, guys. It's just a bow with parachute cloth on it.
I can't
and,
think of the name.
It sets
the
up.
right name.
Yeah, it sets up easy.
Shaboomy.
Shaboomy.
Out of Wilmington.
Yeah.
Made them, they were.
They're a little pricey, but
Mm-hmm.
it's worth it, though. It really is.
Yeah. And Janice says she hopes she can come to Plow Day. I hope you can too, Janice. You'd
She
really
better.
enjoy it. I don't think Janice has been to one of ours, has she?
No, I don't think so.
No, you'd love it, Janice. We do lunch, make a lunch, and everybody just comes and have coffee and some breakfast stuff if you get there early
Unless
enough.
there's 500 people there and then we have no lunch.
We'll have lunch. Tell
I'll be like-
Joey to come off some lunch for y'all making your trip there and hauling tractors and all that.
500 people show up and be like, all right, Yanceville's got a McDonald's.
No, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So, Janice, yeah, you got to come this year. Paul says, I've brought a folding chair every year and not used it once. My tractor has a seat. Yeah. Paul, luckily for you, you didn't take it out of your truck because Joey might would have
I'd be
been
using
keeping
it
that
now,
thing.
Paul, if you did.
And Nikki's on.
Hey, Nikki.
Says, hello, Jones family. Sorry for being late.
And y'all don't forget, Allison's on here too tonight, guys. And if you ever get the notion to get one of these nice JT West hats, Allison will be glad to fix you up with one. I was thinking if we hit 15,000 subscribers, hopefully next couple, 3-4 months, Lord willing, we'll give away some hats and stuff again.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's also something else we try to do at Plow Day too, is do a little giveaway.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, Allison brought some stuff last year that's absolutely wonderful. She brought some knives and hats.
Yeah.
It was a real blessing to have to give away to the folks that came, and it was real fun.
Yeah. Elliot says that is a zero gravity chair. Yours.
Elliot?
Elliot Lindsay. Yeah,
Okay.
says that. And James Davis says Ty the Rocker are awesome, Joey. I haven't heard of that. That chair.
I got to have something to stretch my knees, guys. I got to have something because I can't sit like that but for about 20 minutes and these two kneecaps get to burning like you got a lighter on them.
Orbra says, Joey, you would look good in a rocking chair with bib overalls. I mean, I don't know why Orbra's trying to sabotage
I'll
you.
be honest with you,
just-
Roger knows what I'm talking about, and it's hard to get them, but if I was to really seriously get into wearing a lot of overhauls, I would want to try to find Pointer brand. Pointer brand is something that Roger's dad had, Beeman, and those are my favorite, all-time favorite.
Allison says, I'm loving all this Plow Day talk. I'm ready for October. We are too, Allison.
We are too, Allison, but we want to try to get up there and see you this summer.
Yeah, I would love to come up
I would love
there.
to make a video of her shop and stuff and show y'all guys.
Yeah, it would be fun to go up there, and we'll do a trip like you did, Allison. Like, come down Friday, get there Friday night and stay all day Saturday, church Sunday, and head back home. Because obviously it's doable. The Bowers sure made it happen.
If they made it in a GMC, surely, surely I can make it in a Dodge.
Yeah. I mean, they made it all the way back up that mountain.
A GMC with a diesel.
So yeah, that'll be great. That'll be fun to do. So
Yeah.
and I'd love that. And it's just fun hanging out with Allison and Nikki.
Oh
and,
yeah, it is.
It's just a good time.
Guys, if I never sold a stitch of nothing through Allison, it's still a blessing that we just met them through this, and I mean it really is.
And Orbra, who got some of the knives last year, he said they're very good knives.
Yes.
Sundowner says,
And you can also order a knife from my website, and Nikki don't have to put JT West on it. You can put your name on it if you want to. And it's just a good way of ordering it.
Sundowner says, I'll bring the hammocks.
Hammocks.
Yeah, you'll have to put it between tractors or cars or something.
Oh, me and Leno's
We have no
going-
trees.
Me and Leno's going camping this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're having family in town.
Yeah.
And we give them our house.
Yeah, we give them the house and take the RV, and,
'Cause,
and
yeah.
glad to do it.
Yeah, because I'll have my parents and my sister and her husband, and they have 4 kids. So me and Joey were camping in the driveway.
And just because we enjoy the RV
Oh,
and,
yeah.
the bed, I mean, it's glad to do it. It's
Yeah,
comfy.
and you're right, and it's quiet. We can go in there when we're ready to turn off the day, and it's nice and quiet. And I love our camper bed. It's more comfortable than my regular bed. So
It is.
I'll go anytime. Sundowner says, hold on, Allison. We haven't got our gardens harvested yet. And Allison says, we can come pick you up if you get stranded in the GMC. I think she means the Dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she said it right.
Yeah.
she got it right.
Yeah. He said that's.
That would be the case if it was a GMC.
Janice says, any word from Stan lately? Stan's not on tonight, but you
yeah.
talked to him recently.
Yeah, he's been traveling a little bit, and yes, he is figuring out everything. I think he may be back in Michigan for a little bit.
Bart says they don't make the pointers as pointers, Joey. They went to calling them LC King.
LC King, I think that's who made
But
him.
it doesn't matter, Bart. Yeah.
It does matter. Send me a link.
No, do not send him a link.
Send the link to Leno's phone.
Yeah, send it to my phone, please.
No, don't send it to her phone. I'll take it back.
Nikki says, we'll meet you halfway when that old Dodge breakdown.
I might drive the red one.
Look, and just this guy gets like a 150-gallon gas tank. So, you know, you might just have to come let us borrow some gas money. Because if he drives it to empty, we'll need a loan to fill it up. He
Yeah.
just got such a big gas tank on
I
it.
try not to let that thing get down below a half tank because it's a 50-gallon tank and 25 gallons at $3 a gallon. You know, that's 75 right off the top. Mm-hmm. And it's never $3. It's always $3.50, $3.60.
Paul says, I've been known to camp in the driveway in my semi truck. Yeah, it's probably the same thing. Like if he has one of those,
So Paul has a sleeper on his truck.
I don't know. I wouldn't think so if he's just doing his day trips.
I wouldn't
but
thought. That's why I was.
he
asking.
says my semi truck. So
I was.
Paul, let us know.
Yeah. But that's kind of like an RV.
Yeah.
One of those big, because you can get them things decked out, refrigerator.
And you can run them overnight to
Microwaves.
have your heating or air condition, you know, so it's pretty good. And then you got curtains to close it off, like if the trucks are sleeping during the day, blackout curtains. Bart says, I'll be coming in the old Dodge Diesel to plow day.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Farmall 51 is on. It says, hey.
Hey, Matt.
And Timbo says, Elsie King is Bristol, Tennessee.
Bristol, Tennessee.
And Bowers Brother says, my GMC got 26 miles per gallon when we came to see you. That's about right. You know, I mean, that's good. Because sometimes I see you getting like 18 or
Oh, I don't even get that. I'd be happy.
14.
I'd be happy to get 18.
yeah, because he was obsessing over the mileage, and I was used to seeing pretty low.
When we went to the Outer Banks, I got 16.5.
Well, and that's
Around here is 14.1.
Was that? So what is it towing the camper? Like 5?
No, it's right at 10. Yeah, it's ugly.
Yeah.
And him, he eats it.
Yeah, to be clear, camping and pulling a camper, it's not really about saving money.
Yeah, not
Because you really don't. Because what you paid for the camper and what you pay in gas and extra stuff for camping, you could get you a really nice house for a week at the beach.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 times with what you spend in camping. But it's more about the experience.
Yeah.
Plus me, I'm funny about stuff. I like that's my floor I'm walking on. I know I cleaned it. And
But there's other
I don't like staying at houses
there's
where a
other
bunch
little
of people stay.
perks that pop up, like us staying out there this weekend. Nikki and Allison staying. Of course, I let it run out of propane, but
Yeah, I know. What a great host. Left Nikki and Allison out there in the cold, or was it
y'all
the hot?
stay warm last night? Yeah.
I don't know
till
which
ran
one.
out of propane.
Yeah, it would have been in the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so Joey's a bad host, but maybe he'll do better next time, Allison.
Hopefully, I will.
Let's see.
I'm waiting for Matt to post that plow video.
Sundowner says make sure you add some Lucas fuel stabilizer too, and it'll help with fuel mileage.
Yeah, I've seen some of those. I'll be honest with you. I've never used too much. I call them products, and I know some of them do real good, and some of them loosen up bearings, and I know some of them do their job good and stuff.
I'm right there.
Where you at? Right here.
Yeah.
Lucas
You
products.
got your glasses?
Yeah, I'll get them. I stick mostly with just factory stuff and try to keep the oil changed and all that good stuff. Make sure you add some Lucas Fuel Stabilizer. Allison, that little Duramax rocks the fuel mileage. Gotta love GMC. Yes. Matt says he finally made it. Landscaping is like farming. Got to get it wise daylight. Yes, it is, Matt. We were just talking a little while ago. I want to try to. I'd love to mow my yard, but I need to make a video too. Rail fan, I've got a sleeper. Oh, he does have a sleeper. Okay, Paul. Much more for one day. Okay, so the loop I do is 700 to 800 miles, depending on which stop sign. Okay, so you do a big loop and stay in it. I didn't know that. I was thinking you went straight to the Outer Banks and straight back and called it a day. But I guess technically that would probably be more than what you could drive even if you did that, because how many hours can you drive? No crabs allowed, just saying. I'm not as good as this as you are, Lena. So Nathan says pulling a camper has a lot of wind resistance. And you have to, yeah, you do. And I'll be honest with you guys. When I went to Michigan to get those two Super A's, I was giving it a comparison of how it performed pulling the camper versus those two Super A's. The truck to me didn't act different from either one of them. And I know the two Super A's and the Gooseneck were heavier than the RV because me and Roger pulled on some cat scales and everything total was 22,000 pounds. And so I just, in my mind, I deducted the, 7,000, 7,500 pounds of the truck off of that, and that's what was behind it.
Yeah, Farm All 51 said they finally made it.
Yeah.
Landscaping's like farming, got to get it when there's daylight and good weather.
And plus, he's
No rain.
probably about, I ain't gonna say he's behind, but I mean, he's been hurt for a long time, but he's getting better.
And you already read Bart's.
Yeah.
And yeah, Nikki says that he's still recovering from the frostbite.
Oh, he's still recovering from
Yeah,
frostbite.
because he let him run out of propane.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Paul says my truck gets gas footage when towing. That's almost what we got too. Brock's World is on.
Hey, Brock.
It says hey.
That's a new one. Have we
And,
ever seen that, Brock's World? I don't think so.
Yeah. And Sundowner says, Lucas, Joey, just try it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, Sundowner. I probably won't. If I try to just
He's
keep
peculiar.
Yeah, I try to keep the oil changes in those engines, and I just, the way I look at it, if I had to add some snake oil to it, something ain't running right. And that's the way I've always looked at those products that you put in those things, whether it be your radiator or transmission and stuff like that. Now, if I was running a straight 0W40 Lucas engine oil and going with that instead of Pennzoil, that's a different story. But adding something to the oil or the fuel or the other stuff, I've always shied away from doing that.
Sorry.
Are we boring you?
No, I'm just tired. Brock's World says says I live in Michigan,
Oh, wow.
and I've never seen y'all live before. Yeah, Brock, every Monday at 8 o'clock. Which does Michigan, are they at different time?
Nah, hour. I think it's an hour.
Okay, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We go on live pretty
Maybe.
much every Monday.
Yeah. Where did I go? I was close to Flint, Michigan, Brock, this summer.
Bart says, I'll say this, my dad has 2 GMC Duramax diesels in the 1500s and they get 27 to 31 miles per gallon.
Yeah, I seen Duramax diesels in Tahoe in Dominican Republic. So I know GM will build them. They just won't sell them here.
Bama Tractor's on.
Hey, Bama Tractor.
And yeah, Brock's Eastern time.
Okay.
So same time, 8 p.m. And Sundowner says it's the injectors you're trying to protect with the...
Lucas Oil.
yeah.
Yeah.
And William May says the lower part of Michigan looks like an oven mitt. Yeah, so...
Yeah, I was close enough. It was close to Flint, Michigan, but I don't remember it was a smaller town than that. And if Stan was on here, he would tell you. He would comment and let us know what
Yeah.
it was. But I don't remember what it was. Montrose.
Montrose, yeah.
That's what it was. Montrose, Michigan is where I was at.
Yeah, and Stan took them to like a German restaurant. Was it German?
It's a German town.
Oh, a whole German town.
A whole German themed town. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting that was in Michigan, because you just think Michigan.
It's kind of like a strip like in Gatlinburg. You know how Gatlinburg
Oh,
has a strip? This whole strip and section was all German stuff.
Yeah, could be that they had a big German population settle there. Brock is right in the middle of Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Michigan, of course, is a big state.
There's a YouTube channel I watched, golly, Acres of Clay. I've watched it for several years, and it's in Michigan.
I just know Michigan's known for cold, and Detroit Muscle.
Yeah. The big three and Detroit
And
Muscle.
there's a famous pawn shop there in Detroit where the guy is so rough. He's so like,
I don't think they show it no more.
oh, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He had like slick backed hair.
Oh, yeah,
like his
that
whole
was
family
old.
run it.
Yeah, that's,
okay.
that's like 10 years ago.
I don't know. That's the only thing I remember about
No,
Michigan.
but that's like 10 years ago when that show was on.
And I don't watch much TV if you can't tell. Paul says, I usually do 8 to 12 deliveries on the Outer Banks in Eastern North Carolina and then run up to Virginia to get a back call.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess he stays in Virginia and then comes back in the sleeper because it's 700-800 miles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sundowner's still about the Lucas fuel.
But you know, that would be, honest to goodness, if you had two young people and they had them like a little, you know, tiny house.
I know you keep saying that, but
like a little tiny house.
that would be a nightmare
They
for
could
me.
do team driving.
I know.
They could do team driving for like 20 years and put up all that money.
I know, and I know that it's just a really good idea, but that's just not for me. That would be a nightmare for me. I'd feel like I was homeless. That I'm a,
But you
know,
would be with your
of
husband
I'm
every
a
day.
traveling gypsy, and you see all the weird people at the truck stops all the time. You know, I just don't think that would be for me. But I get what you're saying. You know, you definitely could save up a lot of money. Plus, you know, if you're team driving, you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, it's 9:01. Now I just hit 100 people watching.
901, 100 people watching.
Yes.
And you're just going to cut them all off.
No, I'm not. We'll stay
We'll
on.
go a few more
We'll
minutes.
stay on a little bit longer now
Yeah.
that I've had a bathroom break. Because I've had to drink 2 cups of coffee. This is my second one just because, you know.
And we were kidding last week and we were like, if that ever happens, don't forget. take
Oh, yeah,
your
don't
mic
take
off.
my microphone, you know. But, hey, things happen. Brock says my grandma's cousin is friends with Acres of Clay.
Oh, okay. Cool deal.
So, yeah, so it's in the general area, I believe.
Yeah, I like watching them. They seem
Mm-hmm.
to have some children about the same age as our boys and stuff, and they getting married too.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a busy week. It's going to be wedding Saturday and then Easter Sunday. And
Yes.
so I know there'll be a sunrise service. Like I know you and my dad will probably go to that.
Yeah.
I'll be trying to get everybody else in the house ready for just our one service. But they do communion on that. So Easter Sunday will be good. I hope you all have a very lovely Easter. And remember, Easter is not about the bunny or the eggs, even though that is fun family time. Easter is most importantly about our Savior being crucified and rising again 3 days later.
Yep.
So, Brock said, what state are y'all from?
North Carolina, Brock.
Yeah, we're in North Carolina. We're about in the middle of North Carolina state. But anyway,
Well,
you want to do your Bible verse?
yeah, I'll do my Bible verse.
Okay.
And it's kind of a long one tonight, guys, but that's okay.
Yeah, and Joey tries to do a Bible verse at the end of each live.
Okay, this one is out of Ephesians, and as soon as I start reading, everybody's going to... I could stop it off with just verse 10, chapter 6, verse 10. I could stop it here, but I like reading this whole thing. It's about 5 or 6 verses here. So, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual weaknesses in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you, that's an important one, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with the perseverance
Mm-hmm.
and the supplication of all saints. That
Good word.
is the verse. Well, we call it the verse. That was the chapter of the night, I guess.
Well, and I do want to take this time to encourage you guys. You know, you may not know anything about the Bible or about, you know, the gospel of Jesus Christ, but if you can find you a good church this weekend for Easter service, who stand on the Bible, they will teach you all about it, and you know, to give you the gospel and what it all means. Good Friday and Easter, and you know, of course, Palm Sunday, you know, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So I encourage you to go, even if it's just you by yourself. I encourage you to have the courage to go and hear what it's all about. You won't regret it.
Nope. We have anything there?
Yeah.
I didn't want to cut nobody off.
Yeah, no, just other people, like Timbo's saying he's having some sunrise service at the oldest
Okay.
church
Okay.
in Tennessee, 1772. Yeah, Timbo, that we have an old church near my mom.
Yeah.
But Sundowner says, "Amen to Easter, Lord help us all."
Oh yeah.
And
And I read that tonight just because we do have so much we have to endure in this world nowadays. I just thought about that and thought it might help.
yeah, and don't think that you're alone too. If you are a believer and a Christian, so much of bad things are thrown at you constantly that you forget you have brethren out there and other believers that if you are going to church or, you know, in any type of men's group or women's group, that you can be around other Christians who will help, you know, encourage you.
Yeah.
And know that you're not alone. So, and if you ever need anything like that, you can always email Joey. His email is on our YouTube. So, you know, feel free to email him if you need any type of spiritual encouragement. We'll be glad to do it. And I know he will. I can speak for him. Real quick, Brent Sapp is on.
Hey Brent.
Says, JT West, my first live chat with y'all. Love seeing your channel, video, family, faith, and farmalls. We're in Louisville, North Carolina. Grew up in South Georgia with my dad's Super A's and a 76, 140 now. Happy Easter. Brent, we're so glad you're on with us.
Brent, my farmall's a 76 model, 140. And thank you for joining us. We probably won't be on that much longer here. We usually go from 8 to 9, but thank you for commenting, Brent. Appreciate that.
And we'll be on again next Monday, right?
Yeah.
We'll be here next Monday.
Yeah,
so.
next Monday, Brent, we'll be back to our original
we
we usually try to do it in the track shed.
Right, outside, but with the cold, you know, weather that's been going on,
Yeah. Plus, I'm super cold natured.
yeah, which I don't complain either because I don't like being out in the cold. So, but guys, we thank you for being on. Happy Easter, and we will talk to you.
Do you want to hit stop night? Because I
Yeah.
can't ever see it.
Yeah.
Unless I got my glasses.
We'll see you next Monday.
God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you. Happy Easter.